Over the national funds, we have the pan-national funds, we call them. The pan-national funds, now, or supranational funds, as we saw here written, are funds that cover all countries, that go over the regional or national funding. And we have media, and we have EURIMAGES in this situation. I would like to go a little bit deeper into media and EURIMAGES. Even if we are talking about media as it is now, and now is the last year of media as it is as such. There's a new program that has been approved by the European Union, which is called Creative Europe, that starting from 2015 will put together the media program as it is now, which is the public financing for the audiovisual market, audiovisual industry, and the culture department of the European Commission. This Creative Europe will have several strands within it, and one will be the media strand. So there will be there will not be an enormous difference with respect to what it is now. So what's the difference between these two? Now the two funds, media and EURIMAGES. Media is European Union. The media program supports the development of audiovisual projects, and that is the one that is of most interest for you, which is not only for script writing, it's also for the production company to send the producer to the markets, to contact other potential co-producers. It has all these items of cost that we have seen in the budget, which are very interesting. Within media, we said there's now the development, the training, the promotion and festivals, the distribution of works. I think these are the four main, the four main chapters of the media program. When I say promotion festivals, they fund, through the promotion scheme, they fund the networks, like the New Cinema Network in Rome, or Connecting Cottbus, or Cinelink in Sarajevo, or now the project markets. The festivals are equally funded by media. Distribution contributions on behalf of media go to the distributors now, so they can circulate European works from countries different to theirs. And they are normally given to networks of distributors. So if 3 or more distributors from different countries get together and they say, we want to distribute this film in all our countries, they get contributions from media. Training is subsidized by media. Our Maya workshops gets half of its funding from the media program. So all of these normally get 50% of the budget now, including development. So media funds up to 50% of the development budget. The media program comes from the European Union. So we said it's the European Union. And it funds cinema works. When we're talking about the development, it funds cinema, it funds TV, it funds documentaries, and cross-media interactive, and animation. And all of this is funded in its development stage. They are not funded for production, excluding something which is quite interesting, excluding documentaries, which are also funded for production. Documentaries are funded for production under a specific scheme of the media program, which is called the TV broadcasting, which looks like something that has nothing to do with documentaries. It looks like something for TV works, but TV broadcasting within the media program funds TV series, anything that is primarily intended for broadcasting and not for cinema release. So if there is a documentary intended for TV broadcasting and not for cinema release, it can be funded for production, provided you have a network of television channels throughout Europe who are interested in acquiring it, no? And financing it and distributing it on their channels. EURIMAGE is a creature of the Council of Europe and not the European Union. It covers countries like Georgia, which is not part of the European Union, but it is part of the Council of Europe. And it covers all the countries that are the Council. The interesting thing about EURIMAGE is that it covers everything that media does not cover. So they compensate each other, and you can have both funds together. No? So EURIMAGE covers the production costs of cinema, so works intended for theatrical release. No? It covers the production costs of documentaries intended for cinematic release, and it can be integrated with the media contribution. So if you have media contribution for development of cinematic works, you can integrate it with, combine it with EURIMAGE. If you have the TV broadcasting for production, you cannot have EURIMAGE because this is for cinema and that's for television. So it's a choice you really have to make at the very beginning. When now you're entering production, if you are producing a documentary, you have to decide if it's for cinema or if it's for television. And you have different possibilities, different channels that you can try at that point. So this is the EURIMAGE website. EURIMAGE has to be reimbursed, as we said, no, pro rata and pari passu. It's a very user-friendly, let's say, interest rate. And it's very interesting to know that it's there, even if the maximum it gives will never it will never be as a co-production contribution to a film. It's a small part of the film financing. EURIMAGE supports co-productions, which by definition is at least 2 co-production entities, no? For it to be a co-production, it has to be at least 2 to get together. So it can be 2 countries of the EURIMAGE members, or it can be more than 2 countries of the EURIMAGE members, or it can be 2 countries of the EURIMAGE members plus a 3rd country with not more than 30% of contribution in the budget. It can be Ukraine, like Australia, like Canada or Argentina. Anybody can be part of the co-production, but with less than 30% of the budget. Financial support shall not exceed 17% of the total production cost, no? And shall in no event be superior to 500,000 euros. For big budget films, even if 17% corresponds to 925,000, they will never give you more than 500,000 euros. It's a cap. And the request to EURIMAGE is normally done when you are almost approaching production, because they ask for a lot of documents concerning agreements that have to be already in place. So you need to have your co-producers on board with co-production agreements. Now, letters of intent are not enough. There have to be co-production agreements with the co-producers. You need to have agreements with the distributors, national distributors, television broadcasters. Each co-producer needs to have at least 50%, if not more, of the financing in place at the moment when you apply.